Hey,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I haven't seen you for like a week.
I know. We need to keep in contact.
I know. So, how many projects are you working on now? Not in the jewelry. What are you working on with the design side of your business?
Oh, I would say we have probably 10 or so projects in the works. Mostly some churches, some offices, some healthcare, quite a variety. We just met with a new client this morning. Logistics, transportation. So,
You
yeah.
have 10 projects that you're working on, and it's just you and Caitlin.
Yes.
Wow. And Caitlin is living in Anderson.
She actually lives in Alexandria.
Okay.
Has kind of a farmhouse and 2 boys, so she loves it out there.
And you met her. She was an intern for you, wasn't she?
She was. She went to IUPUI, and then she interned for me for a couple of years, and I think she's been with me like 6 or 7 years total. A long time, even though she's very young.
Well, I don't think most people realize the workload on this side of the business that you have. And you're pretty consistent with that many projects, aren't you?
I would say so. You know, they kind of ebb and flow, depending on what phase, and some are real active, and then others, they might hold for a couple weeks. You know how that works in the industry, but so.
Yeah. So you're constantly juggling that, and then you go upstairs and you do jewelry.
Yeah.
So can you say like which you enjoy more, or can you not say that?
It's just totally different. So I think they're both really good in terms of the people that you get to meet and interface with. And of course, being around rocks and stones and that type of thing, I love. And then when you put it into jewelry, that's a positive. And then you are around these wonderful women. We did a couple of charity events last week, as you know, Hats Off and Prevail. And so you meet more women, and you're giving back to those charities. So it just makes you feel good. And then you meet other women and you buy more clothes. I met this one lady, and I've been in her store. And so you support each other that way as well. And it's kind of this, in the design industry, it's really about the people too. And you sort of net it down. You don't think that in the beginning, but as you get into it, as long as I've done it, you're kind of, the reward is at the end of that project, and people are happy in their space, and it's been successful in their terms of success. It's really not about design. Design, I think, is just a conduit to get them what they need in terms of their environment. So it's kind of like in the beginning, you kind of are all hung up with design because that's kind of what they teach you. And then as you get into the process, you realize you get attached to these people that you're helping and you're designing for. You get to know them, you learn about their company, their culture. And I love that part. And again, that's the part I'm most rewarded at the end, is that they're ecstatic. I want them to be so thrilled with their space, and it's working with what they want it to do. So it can be, a hospital, cigar bar, a church. I mean, they're all very, very different.
Right. So. Wow. You are very successful at both of what you do. So maybe that's why, because it kind of all ties together for you.
I think that is the common denominator, is the people, that you're making a difference for them. And that's what makes you the most satisfied, really.